The easiest part of FSBOs, people get all freaked out about the calling part. That's easy. I'm guarantee you. You use those scripts, you're going to set appointments. It is so easy to set appointments with FSBOs. I could walk downstairs and set 5 appointments. It's so easy with FSBOs. The hard part is closing them into a listing, which is where we're getting to now, right? So I'm going to give you the technique. It's not hard, it's just part of a process, and you got to learn the process. So here we go. Next, of course, you're going to be polite and friendly. Sometimes they'll be a little bit adversarial with you. Don't accept that. Just be polite, friendly, and take the high road. Ignore any kind of weird things that they're doing. But as you come into the door, here's exactly what I say. My exact words will be the same words I would say if I was there for a listing appointment. Thank you so much for letting me come by. Do you mind if I put my stuff down? And they'll say, sure. I'm going to put it down where I would normally do a listing presentation, which we're going to cover next week. And hey, can you give me a chef's tour of the house? Can you give me a chef's tour of the house? Great. I don't know what that means, but I like to use the verbiage. Give me a chef tour of the house. Okay? And then I'm going to walk to the house. As I'm walking to the house, by the way, I don't stop there and at the foot of the door of the threshold. I don't stop in the dining room. I move immediately to the tour of the house. Why? People in motion are much more likely to answer questions, especially times 10 for guys. Times 10 for guys. Guys have to be in motion doing something much more comfortable. You will never see a guys work out a problem amongst guys sitting facing each other. There'll never be a time when I'm going to work out something with Paul when it's going to be like this. We'll do it like this. We'll be walking. It just doesn't happen that way. So get them in motion, and they'll be much, much, much more open to having a conversation. Whoa, man. So what are the 3 questions I want to ask every single time? Are these: why, when, and where? Tell me why you're selling. Why are you selling? Dan, why are you selling?
House is too small.
Too small. Totally get it. So you're looking to get something a little bigger?
Yes.
In the same area? You're not going to stay local? You're going to move out of the area?
Due to the smoke and the fires, we're going to go someplace
Good.
way north.
When's your ideal timeline? I mean, obviously you got it on the market, but when would you like to get moved?
As soon as possible.
Oh, good. Okay. And I've already answered the where part of this. Now, I'm going to ask a lot more questions. Use the W questions. I'm going to say maybe, how long have you guys lived in the area or in the home? What have you done since you lived here? Tell me about the improvements that you've made. Now, as I'm walking through the house, I'm taking detailed notes, and that will show interest. Never walk through a house and not take notes. That's true of every listing appointment, by the way. As I'm walking through a house, I'm taking detailed notes. And then as I'm doing that, I might also take pictures. If the house is nice, if it's a crappy house, don't take pictures because they know it's crappy. Internally, they know it's crappy. But if it's a nice house, do you mind if I take a couple pictures? That's a great house. I love this house. I love that bathroom. Do you mind if I take a couple pictures? They'll like that. Now, I want you to write this concept down. It's called vesting. This is an interesting concept, and it's really powerful, and it's worked for me over the years. And what vesting means is that the more you spend in that house, the longer you spend, the more notes you take, the more photos you take, the more likely they are to get vested in that relationship.